Hi Leo, welcome to Sophquest. I'm Spence. This is for the week of May 24th through the 30th. We are now into Gemini season. That began on the 20th and 21st. And so in Gemini season, we are thinking, we are learning, we are communicating quite a bit. And right now we have Jupiter, the planet of Sagittarius, expanding our minds and bringing in information in a way that kind of comes from the universe and bubbles up inside of our soul. It's a good time for inspiration. Neptune is there. We have a T-square with Jupiter and Neptune. So this is an incredibly inspiring time. To the best of itself, it's fantastic for artists, any creative people. You could have a serious idea, a brainchild. And Leo, this might be a time where you really want to communicate it and be out there in the Gemini energy with your fire, inspiring others. So you might want to consider that. Now the effects last about 6 months. We will revisit that, because that's the way that eclipse seasons work. All right, I'm going to pull you a card today from the Enchanted Map Oracle by Colette Baron-Reid. Sagittarius, going with a map. Makes sense to me. And then I'm also going to pull you a 9 card from the Tarot of Mystical Moments by Katrine Wellstein. This is, it's a beautiful deck, a little shiny, beautiful deck though. And, it's surreal. I like the surrealism of the art. And I thought it was a great time right now with what the planets are doing. So I think that we're releasing from old wounds and releasing the chains of things that we've believed about ourselves that were negative and self-limiting, and even things that we've believed about others that are limiting. So this can be a very transformational time. I think that one of the things that needs to be said about this particular full moon eclipse is that it's okay to be in the mystery of it all. To just trust. Trust in God, God consciousness, the universe. However you can conceptualize the highest form of love and light. I'm perfectly comfortable and happy to say God. I love the idea of God. I just don't put God in a box. And Christ consciousness, the lesson of the golden rule. Things that you believe in that are part of your virtue, your moral code. Well, those things are expanding. We are becoming more aware of one another in a humanity way, right? One family humanity. And so I think these issues are going to be happening and maybe coming up to surface and making you look at your human family a little bit differently. All right, Leo, I'm going, whoop, there it is. Flipped right on over for you. Coming apart, okay? Coming apart. So perhaps changing a perspective about something. Let's see. I have been reading for some of the signs from the Enchanted Map deck because I am in Gemini season, and Gemini is about communication and writing, and I love Colette Baron-Reid's writing. I think it's quite wonderful. So let's read Coming Apart for you to get you in the mindset of this reading, okay? If you'll take 3 deep breaths for me, all right, Leo? We'll go for it. Now is the time to take separate paths, okay? The Coming Apart card is a sign to put an end to what is no longer working for you. Has a commitment been broken? Perhaps you need to break a promise or change course because you took on more than you could handle. This is a perfect time to reassess your goals and values. Are your actions in alignment with what you believe in? Have you created a partnership that is not mutually beneficial? Separation, dissolution, and dispersion are all in focus now. If someone wishes to break away from you, don't chase the relationship out of a sense of fear. The price you'll pay will not be worth the prize. Separation does bring good fortune. Okay, now this could be happening for many, many reasons. You could be a parent with a child leaving home. Yes, this could be about a love relationship. It could be about a breakup or a divorce or a separation. Yes. It could be about losing a job or changing careers. It could be about breaking away from a system that you've been a part of, a group, a club, a church, a synagogue, mosque, whatever. Because Sagittarius is very much about our belief systems and the structures by which we live our lives. So very much about our rituals in many ways as well. The things that you've believed in, the things that you muse over, your philosophy about life. And sometimes when we are called to take a new path for whatever reason, it's because we're opening our minds. We're opening our minds to things and learning new things. We are in mindfulness at this time. That is what Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck and abundance and good fortune, brings. And during a full moon, it brings enlightenment and awareness of the things that we need to let go of emotionally. So whatever the sticking point has been for you emotionally with this full moon, I would say, Leo, that it's time to allow it to change. Okay? This doesn't have to be literal. Doesn't mean that you're coming apart necessarily. It could mean that. It could just mean that you're changing your mind or changing your heart about something. Okay? So try to keep an open mind and a positive way of looking at, divergent paths. There's the first card out, Wheel of Fortune. Something is definitely meant to change. This is a major arcana. This is when the universe changes things, like with a full moon eclipse. Okay. If you went through your chart and looked at your life, you would be amazed that it's been a map all along. All right, let's pull the 9 cards. We have the 4 of Cups. I'll show you these as we go. All right, Leo? Then the Justice, okay. And then we have the King of Pentacles, 7 of Pentacles. Okay, you've worked really hard and put a lot of effort into this. And there's a sadness here. I see it. We have the Death card, okay. We have an Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. And the 3 of Wands, excellent. Okay. I'm going to take this in for a moment. Leo, if you would please take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Bring down your cortisol. Bring up the serotonin and dopamine so that you can relax and take in a message that's meant for your heart and soul to hopefully inspire and encourage you not to fear, but to have faith right now, okay? The bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor, okay. This is when we take charge of our own life. And we say, I've earned the right to make a decision about what is going to be going on, what's happening in the landscape. The Emperor is the father of the deck. He is the king. He is the emperor of his empire. He's earned his stripes. He's earned his place in the community, in the relationship, in the job, in the company. The emperor is someone who's usually successful and has worked very hard to take the responsibility that they needed to take to do the work to get to the level that they're at. So certainly someone to respect. Now, let me take this 9 card in for a minute. I'm seeing a couple of things. Well, considering this card coming apart, Leo, it is a full moon eclipse. All full moons are about letting go of things that we need to let go of emotionally. And an eclipse is something that is a pivotal moment in our lives that we usually do remember. And the energy lasts. It takes time. It takes time for whatever this progression is going to be. It's going to play itself out for the next 6 months or so. Even if it's just internally, right? So considering coming apart, if you are moving, separating from friends, changing jobs, moving across town, changing the people in your environment that you see every day. If you are converting in a religion, if you are separating from someone or divorcing, okay, then this message is very likely for you. I do see a relationship, and I do see that someone might be going through divorce proceedings. It's not necessarily what you wanted, perhaps, but that is for some of you, not all of you. And by the way, this is a general reading. So I'm speaking to people that have Leo energy in their chart, and it's prominent in your chart, mostly sun sign, but if it's, you know, internal and emotional, if it's your moon sign, or if it's your rising sign, your work life, your outer life. If it's your Venus, it's the way you love. But however Leo is prominent in your chart, I'm reading for your energy right now and the way that the energies that the planets are affecting your house. Okay? That's how I'm reading it. So I'm definitely seeing a big change here. And I am seeing that it's divine timing. The Wheel of Fortune is the clock. It's the divine clock. Okay? And I'm seeing the Four of Cups. You are being protected right now, okay, in spirit. Definitely. But this is something that maybe you didn't really want with the Four of Cups. And then I see the Justice card. So this could be a legality. In other words, it could be a divorce. It could be a break from a job and signing new contracts, right? Maybe taking a new job that you don't really want, but you sign the contracts because you lost a job, and you know, you came apart from that job and you're going into a new job. So I see both scenarios here, very much so. You will find your balance again, and things will be righted in divine timing. Okay? So I think right now the first thing I want to say to you in this first row is, you know, the Emperor can only control so much. You cannot control divine timing. You can't. You also can't control other people, right? Because I'm seeing the King of Wands, which that, you know, the King of Wands is fire energy, right? That's your energy, Leo. And Knight of Wands is like, you're just going right for what it is that you want, and you're doing it with gusto, you know, and confidence as the Emperor. But I think the advice for you right now is that, you know, fair play is very much in order, especially during an eclipse, because the effects could last 6 months. So fair play, very important for you right now. I also see the King of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. You've worked very hard and put a lot of effort into this situation, whether it was work, your career, maybe you're retiring. That's possible for many of you. Or marriage, or raising a child that is now leaving home. Whatever this is for you, it is a pivotal moment in your life story. And the change is nothing to fear. It's just change. It's life moving forward as life does. If any of you have filed for divorce, I'm sorry, and I think that you're very sad about that. I don't think it's something you wanted. I think you worked very hard trying to save the marriage, or you're willing to work hard now to try to save the marriage. I think that one way or the other, whether if it's a marriage or a relationship, something about it is ending, okay? The way that you had the relationship is ending, and you're beginning a whole new way of having the relationship, because you're going to reinvest in it and start over. That's possible. And it will bring you the return. So a little more TLC, a little more time given, more consideration, more fairness, more this, that, or the other, whatever the relationship might need would bring you your return. Okay? Is what I'm saying. it also just could mean that if it is 100% done and completely over, whether this is a job or relationship, whatever it is that's ending, it is done the way it was, the way it was before. That is done. It's complete. Okay? There's no arguing with this card. It says that whatever this was that's been going on for quite a long time, I mean, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, King of Pentacles, you've put in a long time here. You've worked hard for it. And it's ending. So if it was a job, then okay. It was a job. It's not your whole life. That's what I want to say, Leo. Okay. Four of Cups. You're feeling dejected about it. You're not sure what you want even at this point. You just know how hard you've tried to grow this tree of life. Like you really tried hard to grow that tree. But now that that tree hasn't produced what you put the effort into, you're going to grow a new tree. You're going to grow a new tree. So whatever was lost is not lost. Trees lose their leaves, the deciduous trees, in the autumn, and they die, and then they come back in the spring. So you have to see the cycle of life that way. I understand that you want to take some time for whatever has ended to process it, to feel your feelings and get back into emotional balance. The Four of Cups isn't just about, you know, not really wanting things to stay the way they are and feeling dejected about it. It's not just that. It's also that you are getting back into emotional balance. That's the Four. Four is emotional balance. So you need to take the time to get back into your balance. And that's just completely edified here with the next card, the Justice card, because this is about balance. So it is time for you to get back into balance. Fair play and balance. You've worked very hard for this and you're sad at whatever is changed or whatever it is that you've lost. It's like the tree came apart. Like lightning struck the tree, it came apart, and all the flowers on the tree are now in the water. And the water represents your feelings, your emotions, your tears. And you're seeing them flow down the river of life. And you gotta let them go. Whatever it is that needs to be let go of, this is a full moon lunar eclipse, Leo. So it's okay, because in the end is my beginning. Ouroboros, right? I'm sorry, one moment. Ouroboros, in the end is my beginning. Remember that. Ace of Pentacles. You're going to grow a new tree. And it will bring you the return in the future that you're hopeful for. All right? So take heart, because you've earned the respect of all the effort you have put into whatever it was. Okay? And you're still the emperor. You know? If you're a dad, you're still the dad. You know? If you're the business owner, the CEO, you may not be that title anymore, but you're still the emperor. Because through experience and time and effort and everything that you have taken all these years to become, life brings it back to you. Saturn's coming retrograde, and when we've learned, a hard lesson, a Saturn return in astrology usually brings a relief, a gift, some type of wow moment. I don't even know how else to say that. So I think you're okay here. You look okay to me. It may not be what you wanted to have to sort of start over again, whatever it is that you're starting over again, or, starting new and living life in a new way. I am definitely seeing children leaving home, you know, and parents being like, oh, my children are grown and I have to let go. And then I see kids going off to college for sure here. And empty nesters. I'm seeing that very clearly. I'm definitely seeing that some of you are going through divorce. And I definitely see that some of you have, you know, had to let go of a job or a career. Or you're retiring and letting go of that. So for each and every one of you that are going through this massive death, you feel it down to your bones. This is something that meant a lot to you. And the death represents the circle of life. In the end is my beginning. So remember, it's a circle. Okay? And take heart. All right, I wish you kindness, reverence, and gratitude, Leo. I hope you have a really good week. And I hope that you take a moment to appreciate this lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, what you believe, what you value, the virtues in your life that you hold dear, and pay honor in kindness, reverence, and gratitude to what was. Thank you so much. I hope you do like, subscribe, leave me a comment. If you would, please help to grow the channel. Thank you so much and take care. Thanks, Leo.